All right, so this is how you will create a photo reference for your grid drawing. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up a new doc, okay? And then this is the tricky part because you have to go to Google Drawing first. So you go to Drawing, you go to New, okay? When you get into here, you can see right here the last option is Image. Go to Image. And then you're going to choose the image you're going to upload. So you're going to open that up. This is going to open into your Google Drive. You're going to go through and you are going to find the photo reference that you created. Click on it. All right. Now, here's what we need to do because we need to make sure that the ratio is correct. So I'm going to take this photo and I'm going to line it up in the corner, right? So now see the numbers across the top and down the left? We need to use those to be sure that we're lining up and creating an exact ratio. So here's what we need to do. We need to cut this photo off at right here at 5, okay? And then we need to cut, I'm going to cut it right here at 5 as well. You could cut it off at 6 if you'd like, but don't go any bigger than 6. And it needs to, you need to crop your image so that it ends right here at a whole inch. Okay, you don't want to end it at like a half or a quarter because it'll just complicate the ratio. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to come up here to crop. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag my line over to 5. Great. And then I'm going to drag. Be careful that you don't accidentally drag the blue ones. Make sure you're only dragging the black ones. The blue ones will end up like distorting your image. So drag this black one. I'm going to drag that up to 5. Awesome. Okay. Now I have a 5 by 5 inch image. Okay. In theory. And now I can turn it into a 10 by 10 inch painting. Now I need to grid it out. So I'm going to come up here to line. Okay. And at every inch, and it's a little tricky because you got to try to eyeball to make sure they're straight. Oh, sorry. Undo that. Okay. So, oops, got to go back there, line. Okay. So I'm going to go 1, drag the line down and try to make it straight. For some reason, in drawings, it doesn't have the numbers on the bottom too, which makes, whoops. Oh, it did it again. All right, here we go. Whoops, on over here. Okay. 2, drag it down. 3, try to keep them straight. I know it's a little tricky. And 4, especially because on mine it's kind of dark, so it's hard for me to see the lines, which I'm going to show you something to do about that. Okay, now let's go the horizontals. 1 across, because we're making a grid. 2 across. 3. And 4. So now I've created a 5 by 5 grid. It's a little off, I see. I could fix that later. You do better than me. All right. Now, one of the things, the lines here are fine, but I kind of find them a little thin. So what I like to do is I like to go up and just make them a little bit thicker. And so you just go up here to do that. I just think it makes it easier to see them, but that's your choice, your option. Okay. Okay. So then when you're done with this grid, you go up here to save and close, and it's going to pop up into your doc. Now, it's nice to enlarge this a little bit so you can see a little bit closer what you're doing. So all you have to do is just make it a little bit bigger, and then there you go. You have your photo reference that we can use to create our portrait painting. All right, great.